What's up, Taiwan? I'm Erika Liu with news from here in Taiwan and around the world. Taiwan is expanding its Coast Guard fleet to meet the growing threat from China. Rick Lau reports on how the Coast Guard plays an essential but highly risky part in defending Taiwan's territory.
With much fanfare, Taiwan launches a brand new domestically made Coast Guard ship, swelling its fleet to vessels used to push back against neighboring China, which claims Taiwan as its own.
这些新造的海巡舰艇，除了强化我们在海洋巡弋的能量，也大幅提升在通讯、侦搜以及平时战时转换的能力，为海巡带来更坚强的力量。
As part of efforts to bolster national defense, Taiwan is spending more than $1 billion to build 140 Coast Guard ships by 2027. Taiwan Coast Guard vessels are on the front line of rising Chinese aggression. They're tasked with helping chase off Chinese boats that enter Taiwan's waters in grey zone warfare tactics increasingly used by Beijing to intimidate Taiwan. In the last week, a Chinese naval ship entered restricted waters off the Jinmen Islands, held by Taiwan but just kilometers from the Chinese coast. This area has been on edge for months. In February, 2 Chinese nationals drowned in these waters. Their boat capsized while being chased off by Taiwan's Coast Guard. And there are concerns that incidents like this involving the Coast Guard could spark a conflict.
Just because you can imagine that Beijing tried to send their ship to cross Taiwan official island or even Taiwan home island, if you try to block them, you should use your vessel to escort or just manage their ship.
Taiwan is massively outmanned and outgunned by neighbouring China. The Coast Guard here knows it will be called upon to play its part in the event of war.
Coast Guard ships will not only go to the first line, they will equip the better weapons like anti-ship missiles or larger guns.
For Taiwan, an island nation with hundreds of kilometres of coastline, protecting the country means defending its seas. And it's the Coast Guard that's regularly dispatched to confront those that infringe on sovereignty. A heavy responsibility they must navigate in increasingly troubled waters. Alex Chen and Rick Lau for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan is upgrading its fleet of C-130 military planes. The upgrades will include better GPS and advanced systems for maritime search and rescue. The improvements will cost around $30 million. Taiwan has about 20 C-130 aircraft, which are used to carry equipment and personnel around the country. The C-130 has been in service with Taiwan's Air Force since 1986. The world's biggest names in tech have descended in Taiwan for the annual electronics show Computex. And this year's event is being hailed as the most important ever due to advances in AI. Among the biggest names this year is Nvidia's Jensen Huang, who is so popular in Taiwan, he's practically hit rock star status. We'll have more on what he says the future holds for AI in a moment. But first, Joyce Zeng looks at the latest technology being unveiled at the show and how it could affect us all.
This is an incredible time to be in the technology industry.
The future of computing, driven by artificial intelligence. It's what the biggest names in tech, like AMD's Lisa Su, are banking on to change the way humans interact with machines. Over 1,500 people packed into this Taipei auditorium to hear Su speak, a day before world-leading consumer electronics show Computex starts. Taiwan-born American Su heads the California chip firm that competes with the likes of Intel, Nvidia, and Qualcomm, whose executives are also in town for Computex. Su led the pack with the opening keynote speech, using it to announce her firm's Ryzen AI 300 series of chips, codenamed Strix Point, which AMD says allows computers to run AI functions locally.
Here we go. This is Strix.
Su also gave a first look at new laptops that run on 3rd-gen AI chips, a collaboration with partners including Microsoft and Lenovo. In his keynote speech, Qualcomm CEO Cristiano Amon said the firm is making fundamental changes to ride the AI computing wave.
Qualcomm is changing into a communications company, into a connected computing company and now bringing really intelligence everywhere.
Amon confirmed that Qualcomm's AI processors will launch in 22 different PCs, including laptops by Microsoft and Dell. Tech leaders say that these AI personal computers, or AI PCs, will redefine the way we use and rely on computers. The idea is that by eliminating the cloud and being able to run AI locally, users can be less worried about their data leaving their computers. Tech execs say that this will make people more willing to use AI for both personal and business uses. While execs are focusing on the possibilities, AMD's Su says AI technology is still in its early stages.
AI is a great technology, and it will only get better with time. But AI is also not perfect, and we need to continue to make it better in terms of the capability and also just how we utilize it.
Despite industry hype around this new kind of PC, tech business analysts say what's still missing is enough buy-in from everyday consumers to ensure such large investments in AI will pay off.
People are not catching up enough to the AI economy. So there's a quite small portion of the smart people. They just on the top of the tidal wave. They're doing a lot of technology breakthrough. However, the ordinary people are not catching up.
While some are waiting to see AI PCs reach consumers before they believe the hype, tech leaders are confident in their vision that this new type of computing has a place in every industry and with every user. Joseph Wu and Joyce Zhen for TaiwanPlus.
The night before Computex, Jensen Huang went to National Taiwan University to share his company's vision for the future of AI. And as Chris Gorin reports, he's placing big bets on Taiwan.
Great to be in Taiwan. Before I head out to the night market, let's dive into some exciting frontiers of digital humans.
From digital humans acting as nurses to digital replicas of the Earth itself, AI is coming to every facet of life. That was at the core of Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang's keynote address at National Taiwan University. It was the first of the major company keynotes here in Taiwan linked to Computex, one of the largest computer expos in the world. And Huang emphasized the importance of Taiwan to his company and to the AI industry.
Taiwan and our partnership has created the world's AI infrastructure.
The CEO announced a new AI chip platform known as Rubin to be released in 2026. That comes less than 3 months after the announcement of their upcoming Blackwell series, which hasn't even shipped yet. But aside from product announcements and tech demos, Jensen himself is proving to be a big draw. In Taiwan, Jensen Huang is a household name. Born in the southern city of Tainan, raised in the United States, he now runs the world's third most valuable company at $2.7 trillion US. And people here say they're excited to hear from him.
现场是震撼感更多一点，就是振奋人心吗？因为这是台湾自己的东西，之后放了出来之后，感受更深了一点。
I got a chance to hear, so that will be very exciting. But I know like Nvidia is a very great cooperation for me, and I always like Jensen Huang, so it was a very great chance for me.
I think he said it really nice. He made some promises. He had really strong evidence with his research, and he proved it while he was speaking. I really hope that I can get a job in Nvidia. It's going to be really good.
Few corporate figures have garnered the kind of celebrity status that Huang has in Taiwan. For example, Google searches for Huang's name ahead of his keynote far outnumbered searches for China's recent military drills around Taiwan, even at the height of their intensity. Jensen has called Taiwan one of the most important countries in the world, citing its key role in electronics manufacturing. Nvidia is building a $750 million AI research and development center in Taiwan, and Huang says it plans to invest even more here, a sign of just how important Taiwan is to one of the world's biggest tech firms. Leon Lien, Joyce Zheng, and Chris Gorin for TaiwanPlus.
Taiwan's tech stock skyrocketed after Nvidia CEO Jensen Huang said the country's supply chain is the backbone of global AI innovation. Huang was speaking at National Taiwan University ahead of Computex, Taipei's largest consumer electronics show. His statement caused the Taiwan Stock Exchange's weighted index to soar to a peak level of over 21,600 points before closing up 1.7% from Friday. The surge was led by electronics and AI stocks. Taiwan's main telecom companies did not provide the ruling party with cell phone data from recent protests. That's according to the country's telecom regulator.
那三大业者到会做行政调查的时候，就表明他们并没有提供给任何的这些所谓特定人士、政党也好，或是企业也好这些相关的资料。
Chen Yaoxiang was responding to controversy over comments made by Democratic Progressive Party official Wang Yichuan. Wang said on a TV talk show that his party could use mobile positioning data to profile people at the recent so-called Bluebird protests. This raised concerns about personal data protection and led opposition parties in the legislature to open an investigation with the regulator and the digital ministry. 2 people are in the hospital with light injuries after a landslide in the northern city of Keelung. The cars they were traveling in were partially buried in the slide, and emergency responders had to get them out. People from another 9 vehicles caught up in the landslide managed to get out on their own. The road they were driving on outside a seaside park has been closed off. The landslide may have been caused by recent heavy rains. Taiwan is set to raise the tax on tobacco products for the first time in 15 years. Our reporter Erika Liu explains why.
Smokers in Taiwan will need to pay more for their habit, as the country's tobacco tax is about to go up for the first time in 15 years. Smoking is a leading cause of several types of cancer, which has been the top cause of death in Taiwan for over 4 decades.
成本的一个上升，去控制就是吸烟的人口能够进一步的下降。那也当然也是希望透过成本的一个增加，去让青少年能够远离这个烟害。
In Taiwan, the tax on tobacco is the main source of funding for adult cancer screening. However, in recent years, the country has seen a reduction in the number of cigarette smokers, which in turn means less money for screening. The government would be happy if that was because there were fewer people smoking. But the decrease is more due to the rise of a black market in electronic cigarettes and heated tobacco products, which Taiwan banned last year. As a result, tobacco tax revenue dropped from around $935 million in 2021 to around $850 million last year.
面对不断增加的这个癌症防治需求，本来就不能单靠逐年不断下降的烟捐收入来指引，尤其癌症连续40多年都位居死因之首，那争取公务预算更显得重要。
To address the issue, the government has drafted a new National Cancer Prevention and Control Plan. It calls for $230 million in funding by 2025 to cover cancer education, improving quality of life for cancer patients, cancer screening, and more. The money the government gets from the tobacco tax would more than cover that amount. But in fact, only 11% of that revenue is allocated to cancer prevention and treatment, and that covers only around 60% of the required amount.
烟捐的长期被诟病使用腐烂的问题，以及重度吸烟者癌筛率仅1成，还有电子烟查缉不力等等的困境，也应该要尽速的采取因应的手段。那这样子才能有助于促进预防医学以及相关防治业务之推动。
Taiwan's tobacco tax has only been changed twice since it was introduced in 2002. Whether higher prices will encourage more smokers to kick the habit remains to be seen. Meanwhile, questions persist about how effectively the government is using the tax money to improve public health. Ryan Wu, Sandy Chi, and Eric Liu for TaiwanPlus.
Thank you for watching What's Up Taiwan. You can visit the TaiwanPlus website or follow our social media for more stories from Taiwan and around the world. Finally, check out this humpback whale that rescuers helped get untangled from fishing gear near Australia. I'm Erika Liu. Take care and see you next time.